One student and one professor on campus are working on a cure for Parkinson's and Alzheimer's. I'll have what new technology they're using to make all this happen coming up. Thanks, Nick. I'm here live at the Walton College of Business, where one professor and one student are starting a relief drive to get families the help they need. Now, here's how the two are planning to make an impact. Now, in California, they have the Silicon Valley. In Austin, Texas, the Silicon Hills. But here in Northwest Arkansas, we have the Green Valley, which means this project will be completely green and environmentally safe. Reporting live on campus for UATV, I'm John Fisher.
Right now, we have a literacy problem on our hands in this country. We don't have a lot of people that can read.
U of A professor David Hanson understands the difficulties of dyslexia. As a kid, he was diagnosed with a learning disorder. His goal is to help people deal with their dyslexia.
It takes a community, it takes a village. So let me guide you. You all can reach me anytime via email. Stop by my office any days, but just know you're not alone.
Hanson is working at Texas Scottish Rite Hospital for Children in Dallas to get certification to help the University of Arkansas community. He will then offer a class for faculty and students to learn more about the disorder and ways to cope.
I know college students here struggle with it. There's tons. 1 in 5 individuals in America are considered dyslexic or have the characteristics of dyslexia, so they're out there.
Lauren Jackson was diagnosed with dyslexia at 7 years old. She says she's excited about the program and hopes it helps students just like herself.
It makes me feel awesome. While I've learned how to cope with my dyslexia, I'm sure other people haven't learned how to cope with their dyslexia. So it's great that a university is giving the people the opportunity to feel okay with their struggle.
The two have found a way to use a liquid from animal brains, such as pigs, to create a treatment for Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. Asia says working on the research means a great deal.
I see many people suffering from Alzheimer's and Parkinson's disease. And I know people around me who have their relatives have these diseases. And when you see those people, you see that you need to find a solution immediately.
Asia says that there are some misconceptions about Alzheimer's and Parkinson's. The disease not only affects older people, but also college-age students as well.
People who have traumatic brain injury may develop Parkinson's or Alzheimer's disease as well later. So it's not only seen in older ages, but it can be seen in people who have traumatic injuries as well.
Tyson is working with the two to give them leftover brains to make the process cost efficient. Alzheimer's and Parkinson's treatment costs patients a combined $30 billion a year. Professor Tien hopes this research will provide a solution.
Once thought that the irreversible Parkinson's and Alzheimer's diseases will soon become a completely treatable disease.
International Week is an opportunity for students to show off a little bit of home to the U of A community. To some students, this means a lot.
I think it shows the beauty of cultural diversity, you see? You might be wearing something else, I might be wearing something else. This not necessarily represents all of Afghanistan or the whole province, but it gives you an association of identity to that location, you see what I mean? And to that culture.
Bahram thinks this is a way for him to express and share his culture in the state of Arkansas. But to other students, this is not only to showcase their piece of home, but also to show unity and acceptance of other backgrounds by wearing clothes from other cultures.
I'm from Africa, in Congo, but wearing this outfit from the Afghanistan, this is like bridging the world, bringing peace through culture.
Bahram says he hopes this will highlight the diversity present in the United States.
International Education Week is to bring the world to America. America is huge in itself, no doubt, but there's very large chunk of the world that can't be seen here.
Bahram also wears clothes from his Afghanistan culture proudly on campus.
This is home.
Odessa Eli is a student from Dominica. Her family has been affected by the recent Hurricane Maria. Odessa is partnering with faculty to start a supply drive to get back to those in her home country.
It is extremely devastating for me and for the other Dominican students here as well, because many of us are actually roofless, so our roofs have been blown away by the hurricane, as well as, some of us are actually homeless. So there are some students who would have nothing to go back to, and that's just really heartbreaking.
Odessa, along with other students, reached out to Dr. Hughes to start the Relief for Dominica drive. Hughes says that it is critical for the students to know that faculty care.
The idea that they, they wanted to do that to help their families in their home country, it's important to them, so we try to make it important to us as well.
90% of homes in Dominica were devastated. The supplies gathered will be taken to the Dominican Houston Association and from there will be sent to Dominica. Odessa is happy to help any way possible.
Yeah, I'm just hoping to get some satisfaction in being able to give back to my country, which has done so much for me as a person. So any opportunity that I get to give back, that would be great for me as an individual.
Thanks, guys. The physical education degree now ranks number 2 in the nation. Now, the ranking is based on flexibility, affordability, and academic prestige. Now, I talked to one UVA professor, Jack Kern, and he told me what this means for the department.
Well, it just it kind of confirms the quality of the program that we thought we had. We've had good feedback from students. The fact that our program has been growing has been a positive in the last couple of years, but it just kind of confirms and verifies that what we're doing is the right thing.
Now, Kern also told me that this recognition is due to unprecedented growth. 10 years ago, they had 10 students. 3 years ago, 30 students, and now they have 60 students in the program. Reporting live for UATV, I'm John Fisher.